The tough beats keep on happening, but we won't let that deter us down. Let's get out some more winners today. Hey there, everybody. What's going on? It's Jason Matters with Winning Bets. Thanks for starting off your morning with me here. As we're on the Tuesday edition of Winning Bets, we're giving out free sports picks each and every single day. Got a nice show on tap for you guys today. Let's go ahead and jump on into it by starting off and recapping yesterday. Yesterday we went 1-1 and down 0.31 units. We got an easy winner with that Nationals F5 team total. Bet cash in the first inning. What were they doing putting that number at 1.5? Talking about how those Nationals smashed left-handed pitching, smashed Luzardo. I would have bet that at 2.5. Fortunately, we only got it at 1.5 with a lot of juice, so I had to take the number that was given to us. But easy cash. I think they got 7 or so runs in that game total. Yeah, no problem. Cashing a F5 team total right there. As again, cashed that one in the first inning. Our trip up of the day was Aaron Jones. It kind of continues the theme of last week where we talked about kind of on Monday's recap where we always recap the previous week how we talked about several just tough and bad beats. I thought last night that Aaron Jones rushing prop right there, I thought it was a tough beat right there. Really tough beat. Was in position at the end of halftime, kind of in position through the end of the third quarter, sitting right there, low to mid 60s, and just wasn't getting enough carries because the game got too much of a blowout. But then also he was used really heavily, last night in that passing game. But even if, he was right there, knock on the doorstep, just needed one more carry. But even without that carry, thought he had it there on a couple. He had some offensive holding there. That negated one 8-yard run. Obviously, we fell 2 yards short, so if we don't have offensive holding on that run right there, there's an 8-yard carry, and there's a cash right there. So just a tough beat between the penalties, the usage of him in the passing game, then the non-usage of him late in that game there in the fourth quarter as the Packers were up 18. So a little bit of a tough beat right there, but, we're not going to let it get it down. We're not going to let us get down right there because you know what? It's Mondays, and we got plenty of time this week to go ahead and get that thing back. Obviously, the Lions did not go ahead and win last night, so the free giveaway bet was unsuccessful. We fell about $150 short of gaining profit there on NFL underdogs there in week 2. Well, we're going to go ahead and run back another free giveaway very shortly. Got an idea here in the works. We'll go ahead and announce that sometime here shortly, so be on the lookout for that. But let's give out some money through the NFL Eliminator and NFL Pigskin contest. Let's go ahead and start off with that NFL Eliminator contest. We started off with 36 people, entered week 2 with 26 people, and we come out with 20 people. 20 of us were able to survive, and 6 people went down. The big pick of the day, or the big pick of the week, was the Cleveland Browns. You can see there in that screenshot that I was also on that Cleveland Browns. Kind of a sweat, but then once we had that backup quarterback, that rookie quarterback, David Mills, it kind of eased the pressure there for all of us Browns pickers right there. And then the Packers were the next biggie, heavy pick team right there, and I mentioned that on yesterday's show. It looked like there were going to be a lot of people on the Packers. They also got a sweat. But then come second half, we all know the Packers really took control of that game. Picks that didn't go people's way, where 2 people decided not to pick. Seahawks tripped up 2 people. A little bit unfortunate right there, losing that game at home. That's not a game that they lose too often at home with the 12th man in their back pocket. So a little bit of a tough beat right there, especially how they were up late in that fourth quarter. So that went down right there. Steelers, 1 person went down with the Steelers, and then 1 person went down with the Bengals. So 20 of us survived. There's still 20 people competing for a chance to win $100 in the NFL Eliminator contest. Let's move it over now to the Pigskin Pickem contest. We're giving away $20 each and every single week. Let's go ahead and start with the straight contest. We had 4 people right there, and I hate how they're showing you this here. You can't really see the scores, but those top 4 people right there, Thad, Bigfoot, Chris, and Joey, they all had 120 points. So now we go to the tiebreaker. And as you guys know, we're using ESPN's tiebreaker where you have to predict the total number of points for that Monday night matchup. 2 entries, unfortunately, decided not to go ahead and pick. So we're down to just Thad and Bigfoot. And Thad comes in closer. He picked 46. And obviously, we know the number was 52. So Thad takes home $20. Should be a nice little prize for him because if you guys saw on yesterday's comment there on yesterday's video, it was actually Thad's birthday. So that's cool that he was able to pick up the win on his birthday. So shout out to him. Happy birthday. And here's $20 coming your way. Nice, good entry there on week 2 NFL Pick'em right there. And we'll look forward to seeing who can take the $20 next week. Let's go ahead and move it over now to the spread contest. We had another 2-way tie across the top, Chris and Joey. So same 2 guys that had a nice week picking the straight contest. They also had a really nice week going ahead and picking the contest there against the spread. Like they didn't pick the tiebreaker against the straight, you can imagine they also didn't pick that tiebreaker there against the spread. So we don't have a winner this week. So we'll just go ahead and roll with $20 over because we have no winner. We got a tie. Neither of them did the tiebreaker scenario. we'll just go ahead and roll it over. So next week's ATS Pickem group will be worth $40. So we'll give away $40 next week on whoever can have the best entry. Guys, remember to go ahead and pick in that tiebreaker. I hate to see you guys miss out on a chance to win because you didn't do that tiebreaker. All you got to do is correctly predict the total number of points on that Monday night matchup. So don't forget that. You can see right here, it may not come down to a tie very often, but here's where, 1 week both groups came down to a tie, and I hate to see you guys miss out. So yeah, we'll just roll that $20 over. I don't know what else to do with it. I'm not going to go ahead and not give it out. I think the more prudent thing to do is go ahead and entice next week and go ahead and make it worth $40. So that's what we'll do right there. Let's go ahead now and jump on into today's bets. Let's start with soccer. You got the English EFL Cup going on today. I'm only going to bet Premier League teams. Look, I'm not going to dabble with teams that I don't really know that are in the Championship or the teams that are in League One or League Two. I do think it is really important to see lineups, though. Lineups come out at 12:45 p.m. Central Time. You've got to see lineups. You got to see what the club's ambition is in terms of taking this tournament seriously, or in terms of maybe focusing on the FA Cup or focusing on the Premier League and what have you right now. Because we've already 5 games in, and you've already kind of see where some teams maybe need to even prioritize the league right there. So with that being said, I've got one bet right here on the show, but I will 100% be making other bets. You guys know we're 5 weeks into the Premier League. I've made money on every single week in the Premier League. All 5 weeks, I've turned a profit each and every single week. So I'm not going to let this soccer competition go by when we're really riding hot in soccer. Not going to let it go by without betting it, without betting a few of these games. But I just got to see lineups again. So make sure you're following me on Twitter. 12:45 p.m. Central Time, lineups will drop, and I'll start rolling out the bets. I kind of know what I want. I just need to go ahead and see lineups. Again, I do have one bet for you guys here on the show. I'm taking Liverpool in the Asian handicap at -1, and then you can get that at +118 over at Bet Rivers. They're going up against Norwich. They already beat Norwich 3-0, so absolutely love that. You will not get Liverpool's best lineup. I mean, don't kid yourself. You're not going to get, if Virgil van Dijk doesn't play in the Champions League midweek against AC Milan, I would expect you're not going to get a Virgil van Dijk. You're not going to get probably a Salah, but I'm okay with that. You may not even get a Mane. I'm okay with that. You're going to get Origi. You're probably going to get a Jota. You're probably going to get a Ninamino. He's a really good player right there. So I'm not too worried about it. Liverpool has the quality. The thing that also I think is in our benefit right here, Norwich has 0 points in the Premier League. They've played 5 games, and they've lost all 5 games, and they've looked terrible in all 5 games. Granted, they've gone up against some really tough competition, but the fact is, 5 games in, and they've got 0 points. I think from a owner perspective, while you may be able to make some money in this tournament, as you progress round by round, they're realistically not going to get very far. So they either go out this round or go out, relatively speaking, probably in the next round. So you want to make money as an owner, you stay in the Premier League. That's how you make money. You make tons of millions, tens of millions of dollars staying in that Premier League. That is the goal of this club, is to stay in the Premier League. I think 100% their ambitions are throw out whatever lineup you got, have the boys do whatever they want. If we beat Liverpool, cool. If we don't beat Liverpool, that's okay, because that's actually our preferred method, because we really need to focus on the Premier League, and we've really got to start getting some points. So at Liverpool -1 at +118, it's kind of a free roll, because I think Liverpool's going to win this game. If they only win the game by 1, okay, we'll go ahead and get our wager back. But I think Liverpool will put out a good enough lineup, and even if, Norwich is bad. They're just a really, really bad team. So don't care that this game's at Carroll Road. Liverpool's win earlier this season was 3-0 at Carroll Road. So yeah, nothing really scares me about this matchup. I will be interested to see what the lineup is, but I still think Liverpool can at least win the game by 1, and they'll go ahead and at worst go ahead and get our wager back. So, all right, again, guys, look for me on Twitter, 12:45 p.m. Central Time. We'll certainly get out some more bets. Again, been crushing the Premier League and not going to let any game go by today that involves the EFL Cup or there's Premier League teams. Not going to let that go by. I know you got Manchester City in action today. I think I even saw Brentford was in action today. Everton's in action today. So teams that we know, teams we've profited on in the Premier League, it's time to go ahead and take advantage of that in today's EFL Cup. So just look for me on Twitter right there. Let's go ahead and move it over now to baseball today. Let's start off with the White Sox versus the Tigers game. Let's just go White Sox team total, F5 team total over 2.5 runs at -110 over at DraftKings. It's the same reason we took this bet on Friday night, and it's the same, we got a cash on Friday night, so obviously hopefully we get a cash again today, but everything's the exact same reason. They're going up against another left-handed pitcher They're number 1 versus left-handed pitching over the last 3 weeks, batting .314. That has improved in the last 2 weeks as they're batting .315. Ranking-wise, they dropped down to number 4, but that's fine. But themselves have done better. They've gone from .314 to .315. And here in the last week, they've improved even better. They're hitting .400 against left-handed pitching. So I like this. You get Tyler Alexander here on the mound for the Tigers. He has pitched against these White Sox 4 appearances. He's only given up 1 run, but those have all been short outings. The longest one was 2.1 innings. We expect him to go around about 4 innings today is what he should be able to go about. So it'll be a longer outing. We'll be able to go through this rotation at least one time fully. So I think that'll favor the White Sox here. I think he'll go about 70 to 80 pitches. If he goes 70, 80 pitches, he'll go multiple innings, 4-ish innings, maybe even 5 innings. And the White Sox can certainly do damage the way they've been hitting left-handed pitching. So I'm all on that White Sox F5 team total over 2.5 runs at -110 over DraftKings. Let's keep the discussion going now here. Let's go ahead and look at Mitch Keller versus the Reds. That's the old Pirates versus the Reds. First of all, we've got a gift here from the sports books. They re-put his hits allowed back down to 4.5. It's juicy over at -140, but I don't mind that right there. So that's what we'll do for one bet. Do Mitch Keller hits allowed over 4.5 at -110 or DraftKings. We don't need to talk about this too often. We got 2 straight cashes on this number right here at 4.5. We laid off it last week because they bumped up to 5.5. But now they put it back down to 4.5, so we're on it. His last start was against the Reds. You guys remember we got burned in his last start because we took the Reds F5 team total, but that was only because Castellanos was thrown out at home in the 3rd inning. We deserved that 3rd run. That was one of our really bad beats from last week. I'm going right back to the well. I'm going to go ahead and make that same bet. So go ahead and do Reds F5 team total over 2.5 runs at -115 over DraftKings. Why am I going back to the same well? Well, we deserved to cash last week. And secondly, we know it favors the hitters if you're going to see that pitcher immediately again. And that's exactly what you're getting. He's coming right back and facing these same Reds. So I got no problem. I think the Reds are going to hit him hard. They've hit him hard in his previous start so far this season. So I'm going right back to the well here. And if Mitch Keller wants to throw a gem and burn me, well, then so be it. But we've gotten a lot of money up off of Mitch Keller this season, and I'm not letting him go by without getting in a couple bets that fade his ass. So here we go. A couple other things I'm keeping my eye on. I want to let you guys know, and I'll go ahead and tweet this play out later. Corey Seager's been crushing today's starter. Jonathan Scope's been crushing today's starter. Jared Walsh has been crushing today's starter. Matt Chapman has been doing the same thing. Nick Castellanos and Jose Abreu have all been crushing today's starter. So I'm going to go ahead and get in some probably 2 3-legged parlays of each of these guys to get a hit. I'm waiting on FanDuel and PointsBet to go ahead and put up the numbers. That's why I can't give that to you right there. But those are the 6 players I've got my eye on. Maybe I do total bases and don't do a parlay and take 1 player and do a total bases, and then maybe grab 3 guys and do a hits parlay. Again, I don't know what the numbers are, so I'm kind of speculating. But these 6 guys have the potential to all be in a play. Maybe I'm not going to force it, obviously. But these are the 6 guys I've got my eye on that have just been doing damage against today's starter. So I look forward to putting these guys up in a parlay. All right, guys, that's what we're going to go ahead and do it today. So we'll go ahead and take that Liverpool -1 at +118. We'll go ahead and take that White Sox F5 team total over 2.5 runs at -110. We'll go ahead and take Mitch Keller to have over 4.5 hits allowed at -140. And we'll go ahead and take that Reds F5 team total over 2.5 runs at -115. Look to get our week back on track. Some tough beats, but don't let that deter us here on this show. We come out, we keep swinging, we keep putting in winning bets. All right, guys, go get these bets in. Enjoy yourself your Tuesday, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a good one. Thanks for watching till the end. I'm Jason Mattis. Any love you can show by giving me a like, a subscription, or a comment, or even just share this video is very much appreciated. And don't forget to turn on your notifications to increase your chances of locking in the same odds as I talked about today, and check out my other great videos in these corners.